and I'm not dissing my mother or her parental ways, but she definitely was harder on me than she was with him. I'll just say that, and that's where, the ball was dropped. He never learned discipline and all that shit. But nevertheless, I still love my family. We all go through shit, and if you don't go through shit, then you're a fucking liar, and you're lying to yourself. Everybody always has those ups and downs. I know people that have passed away from addiction abuse, not necessarily alcohol, but I do know people that have died from heroin overdoses, people that have died from, cocaine usage, and people who have died just for simply being stupid and running your mouth at the wrong time, and somebody fucking kills you. Life is hard, man, but the sad thing is, I don't think people really get a grip on life until their 30s. Like everything before you're 30, you still have that immature mentality, and it's just like you don't get a grip on the reality of adulthood until you're 30. Because when you're 30, that's when shit starts sinking in. Unless you're like a perfectionist, like I've known kids that were in their early 20s, and that's all that they did. They didn't think about nothing other than education, getting their life together before they start a family. And sometimes it gets to where they think it's too late for them to start, to get married and to have kids and all this, because they focus so much on getting their self together, which is not a bad thing, let me tell you, because I learned the fucking hard way. I didn't start taking life serious, or adulthood serious until my mid-30s, man. I'm 40 years old, so I'm still brand new to this whole adult thing. Life is more than just working and paying your bills. You have to maintain your own self. You know what I mean? And I'm still learning how to do all that. I have friends that are in their 50s and they're still trying to do that. It's just, life is crazy, man. But let me move on. What you just heard was One in a Million by Guns N' Roses from the GNR Lies EP. Now, I played this because of the upcoming re-release of Appetite for Destruction. And there's several editions that they're selling. They're selling the record by itself. They're selling the CD by itself. They're selling these other bundles like Super Deluxe. You get 5 CDs and a Blu-ray. And then with this other one, it's ridiculous on the fucking pricing. I don't know if it's the label or the band or what. But they have this one box set called Locked and Loaded. I think that's what it's called. They want $1,000 for this. You get all the records, all the posters, all the CDs, the Blu-ray, everything. Yeah, you get all of that. Plus a big-ass fucking wooden box with the iconic GNR Appetite for Destruction cross on the front. The cover. But I noticed on the track listing on the Rarities and EPs vinyl, which is basically GNR Lies and Live Like a Suicide. That's what it is. I don't know why they named it differently. They took out One in a Million because of Axl's N-word drop in the song. So, and One in a Million was always one of my favorite songs, regardless of lyrical content. I read in their autobiography, and I saw in an interview, Axl wrote the lyrics to that song when he first arrived in L.A. This is before Guns N' Roses. This is probably right around the time that, he hadn't started a band or whatever. But then, and before One in a Million, you heard Killing Time from Hollywood Rose, which was Guns N' Roses before Guns N' Roses. The only difference really is I think there was a different drummer, and Slash wasn't in the band. It was Tracy Guns and everybody else. But yeah, so I wanted to play that. That's a little GNR history. And before that, you heard the newly remastered GNR version of Shadow of Your Love. Now, Shadow of Your Love is not a brand new song. Me and Jay were talking about this. Understand, people, this song was actually a Hollywood Rose song before Tracy left. And Tracy, being Tracy Guns of LA Guns. This was a song that was actually written before the whole GNR thing, before Slash and all that. Now, after Tracy left, Duff McKagan brought in Slash, and Slash, killed it. I mean, the tuning is totally different. If you listen to the Hollywood Rose song and the GNR song back to back, you can tell the tuning is different, really different. I was contemplating on playing both tracks back to back, but I'm good with how I did it. So, but yeah, this is one of the songs that's on the new box set that's about to drop in June from Guns N' Roses. I don't know if you get it on the CD version or what, or if you have to get it through the Super Deluxe version or the Locked and Loaded version. Either way, I'm not about to spend $1,000 on this big ass box, man. Either the record company or the band is reaching way deep into their Gene Simmons. It's like, come on, dude. Not all your fans can afford that shit. We would love to have it, but I got better things to spend $1,000 on, like, I don't know, my living expenses. It just really sucks. But, and I'm not supporting illegal download, but, anyway. So, yeah, that's my thoughts for, everything recent in my life this week. I got a lot of other things to talk about. I went to the NRA convention this weekend. I had a lot of fun. I wish I had the money. I would have bought me a brand new Glock 18, but I didn't have the money for it. But it was fun. I saw the president and vice president speak. It was, a cool event. They had protests and shit outside. Some people threw shit at people walking into the door. It's maturity, man. I mean, come on, dude. This is America. We all have a right to enjoy certain things. Just because you don't fucking agree with it, it doesn't give you the right to, fuck with the people that do enjoy it. You know what I mean? Grow up. It's just become one protest after another. You're protesting against an organization that really don't give a shit what you have to say because they've been around a lot longer than you have. So, but anyway, I don't want to get all into that. I had a good time this weekend. The NRA convention was fun. I went both days, so, it was awesome. And I met people. We had discussions about different styles of handguns and, semi-automatic weapons. Blah. That's such a horror. That word right there is going to be banned in a couple years. You're not going to be allowed to say semi-automatic weapon. Blah. Anyway, fuck it. This is America, man. We all have our own choices and, things that we like. But anywho, let me move on, man. I'm going to play some fucking Dying Fetus. And this is a brand new one from Wrong One to Fuck With. It's called Fallacy. Check it out.
Everything is calling to me in forgiveness. Confess to me, to my life you have done.